looking to put a drive together. Now the former Volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect. Stop.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 40 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dylan Sampson with career touchdown number 60. And the Browns are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. This is Brown going up the middle. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The Vikings had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Pittman's first catch, good for a 1st down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Quickly to Addison here. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, round 7.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Cook. A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Cook. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
This is fielded at the 27. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
He's brought down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken in at the 11. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Over the middle, complete. That's Hines. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Here's Hines. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Touchdown! Emeka Egbuka, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Brings up 2nd and
We know it's
10
not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An inside give, Brown. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space.
But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
This is Hines. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front.
The kick is
Point
good.
after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Vikings 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he returns this to the 22.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Addison hauls it in. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Jordan Addison. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. It has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Cook. Oh, he's got Ibuka. That's complete. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Then with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Looking to throw. Cook. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st down.
Back to throw. Cook. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Cook. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll just get rid of it.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
35-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. That's down the field for Jefferson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
Yeah, not the case.
not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Draw play. This is Hines. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
Oh, he breaks a tackle and he's got an alley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are able to stretch out their lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Back to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
A gain of 11 yards.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at about the 14. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Let's go.
And they'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They run again with Hines. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's Cook. Off-play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Deion Henley in there to bring him down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Man open, here's Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Vikings get a bit closer.
The kicker on.
Now for the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Browns 31, Vikings 21.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Cook now, throwing to start the drive. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
To number 27.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They run with Hines. And the defense closes quickly there, and will get maybe a yard to the 33.
He's taken down at the
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Are things looking much rosier for them here in week 2? They work with the lead as they've got it first and 10. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
To throw is Cook from the gun on third down. And he can't get away from the pressure. Cook goes down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And they will take over first and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a second and 4.
Ready? Ready?
From the gun, a give to Brown. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Short throw here, the tight end Bates. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Ready? Ready?
They'll look to throw here on first down. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
18, run, 18, hawk, 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Vikings! Michael Pittman from 6 yards away. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Browns 31, Vikings 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
First down, Sampson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Cook. That is intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henry. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Browns 31.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Cleveland.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. He's back to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
15 yards to go.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page.
It's caught inside the 25. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts,
It's a gain of
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
1st down. A 57-yard gain. 1st down, Browns.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Extra point right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Come on, set. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Back to throw. And that's complete to Brown. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that. The Vikings going to signal for the 1st of their timeouts,
2nd and a yard.
as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. Complete to Jones. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
They'll look to throw. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
At the Browns' 31-yard line.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Get it. 19 shots. Three.
Back to throw again. And this is caught inside the 5. But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
It's a gain of 30. And the Vikings, first down. First down and goal to go.
Well, Charles, I know you have a lot of questions. So do I about the decision there at the end. They had the potential game-tying field goal. Yes, it would have been a long field goal, but they passed it up, and they lose the game.
And you're right, partner. We all have questions, but I don't think anyone's going to ask the question more forcefully than the person who signs the checks for the entire organization. Why didn't you run the field goal kicker out there? You had a chance to tie the game. Looked like a makeable kick. Was the kicker hurt? Did you just not like the field conditions? This head coach is going to have a heck of an explanation.
So for Cleveland, after the home loss, they rebound with a good road win to get back to 500. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.